Alright, for this lesson we're going to be discussing how to find the area of a shape. We're going to talk about two shapes today, which will help you with the next couple IXLs. The first shape we're going to look at is the area of a rectangle. This also works for a square, but the sides are all the same length, so I don't know, it's easier, I guess. When you get your journals, write down this formula. So for the area of a rectangle, you have area equals the base times the height. Base times height. So when you look at the shape that they give you, the base is the bottom, and then the height goes up the side. So we're going to say the area of this rectangle is 4 times 3. So then I solve that. 4 times 3 is 12, and then you just label it whatever measurement it is. Okay, so key here is this formula, area of a rectangle or square. Base times height still works. Write that formula down. All right, so now let's look at the area of a triangle. So the formula for this one, area is 1/2 of the base times the height. And you can see on here we have the base being that bottom line, the height being the line going up the middle to the vertex or the point of the triangle. Okay, so then we know that this is 1/2 times the base is 4 and the height is 3. So 1/2 times 4 times 3, well 4 times 3 is 12, and then half of that would be 6. So this is 6 inches. Oh, and you also need to make sure you put squared on this. Whenever you're finding the area, remember the area of a shape is everything inside here. So whenever you're finding the area of everything inside, you always have to square it. All right, so let's practice some of these. Put these in your notes. All right, let's practice with a rectangle first. So rectangle formula is area equals base times height. Don't have to put the times symbol. When you have a letter next to a letter, it means multiplication. So base times height. So the area of this one would be 8 times 6. Well, 8 times 6 would be 48. So the area of this shape is 48 inches squared. All right, let's do another one. All right, another rectangle. Again, we have the base times the height. Area of a rectangle is base times height. So we have 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Label it centimeters squared. All right, so now let's try some triangles. All right, make sure you're putting these in your journals. All right, so the formula for the area of a triangle, do you remember? Area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height. 1/2 base times height. Write that down. So for this one, the area equals 1/2. What's the base? Be 8. And the height would be 6. So 1/2. 6 times 8, or 8 times 6 is 48. So what's half of 48? So the area of this particular triangle is 24 inches squared. Good. Let's do another one. All right, we have another triangle. So again, and keep writing the formula down until you memorize it, guys. This is a formula you will see forever. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we're going to say area equals 1/2 times the base, which would be 6, and the height would be 3. So 1/2 of what's 6 times 3? 18. Half of 18 is 9. We label it whatever it's measured at, centimeters squared. Okay, now let's do kind of a word problem to get practice. All right, so we have 2 questions dealing with this picture or painting, an iguana painting. First, it wants you to find the area. Find the area of the iguana painting. All right, well, this shape is a rectangle, so remember the area of a rectangle is just base times height. So then we get area equals 3 times 2. Well, 3 times 2 would be 6. So the area of this iguana painting is 6 feet squared. Make sure you label it because it's actual measurement. Then it says, if you doubled the base and the height, what is the area? So let's just double these. 3 times 2 would be 6. 2 times 2 would be 4. So we'll redo this. Area equals base times height. So instead of it being 3 times 2, we're going to do 6 times 4. 6 times 4 would be 24. Whoops. So the area, if it's doubled, is 24 feet squared. All right, hope that helps. Good luck on your homework.